Okay. I believe we are live now. I think we should be. I hope. As far as I can tell, that seems to be the case. Just looking at this. All right. Okay. Here we go. Just post this. There we go. Just delete these messages. And I think we are good now. All right, welcome. No data. I don't know about that one, Chief. The stream is live on my end. YouTube, you're lying to me. I know you're lying. Okay, there we go. There is data. I can see it right here. I can see the stream. Oh my gosh. Give me one moment. Welcome one, welcome all to probably the most scuffed drawing stream you will ever see in your life. I am back again doing more epic art for you guys. This one is going to be a little bit different from the ones I've done before because I am actually going to be drawing in real life, and I have the proper equipment for this. If I can open it. I do apologize in advance to any of you who have been here waiting for the last 90 minutes for me to go live. I was away doing other things outside of my home, that is, but I am back now. Gosh. I think I see Plaz in here. Hello, Plaz. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well this evening. Here, let me get the... You guys see my hand? Yeah. Yeah, there. Ooh. Hand cam. Don't worry, I'm not wearing any lotion. Do I have any scented markers? I do not. Unfortunately, I do not, but maybe next time. Let's take a look here. Lo-fi music. Okay. Let's do... Okay, 10... Glitch X City. Oh, it's a classic. I love that one. Okay. This is a classic right here. Alright, Kirby's Dream Land. Alright. Well. I also apologize for the lighting. I know that like most professional artists have like a good lighting setup, but one thing I never claim to be is a professional artist. So I'm probably not gonna have that much time to stream tonight, so I'm probably just gonna do something simple. Unless you guys have any suggestions for when you want to see me attempt to draw, I'm just gonna draw whatever I can find in my folder. I don't really have any inspiration at the moment. Oh, I should probably make sure you guys can hear. Okay, good. The desktop audio seems to be on. Let me know if I should turn it up at any. Here, let me just turn it up just so it's a bit louder. Let me know if the music is louder than myself. I don't know if you guys have seen many of my MS Paint drawings from before. I've shown them before. I don't know if I've like really shown them recently. Draw a JoJo stand. That's not a bad idea. Here, give me one moment. Here, let me just show off the collection real quick. First off, we got the classic. We got Big Boss. This was one of the first ones I drew. I don't remember why I drew this one. As you can see, it's based off of his Metal Gear Solid 3? It's one of those renders. These are supposed to be his hands. I don't know why they're messed up. I think that's supposed to be a gun, but I messed up his hands. Anyway, then we have Bob Ross. I don't remember why I drew this one. It's been a long time since I've drawn most of these. Honestly, this wasn't too bad, although it's a little bit disturbing. This one is based off the classic. I like the smile. It's a pretty good smile, though I don't think the lips need to be so pink. This is a centipede. I don't remember why I drew this one. Metal Gear. This is Excadrill. Excadrill is my favorite Pokemon. I don't remember if this was told I was told to draw that or what. Then we have Grookey. I think someone suggested me to draw Pokemons. Like Pokemon, and so I drew Grookey and I drew Excadrill. This Grookey isn't actually too bad. This Grookey is kind of cute. It's pretty hard to mess up. Then we got Kramer from Seinfeld. I don't remember why I drew this one. I think it's because my old youth pastor used to have one in his office. He had a picture of Kramer, and it was... I don't know why he had it, so I just drew it. It's actually not too bad. I'll admit, he's a little bit wide though, wide Kramer. Then we have Luffy. I think someone suggested I draw Luffy. I went on Facebook. God forbid. I went on Facebook one time and asked some people who I should draw, and one person suggested Luffy. So I drew Luffy. Then we have Saitama. This is, this is a classic OK panel from the manga. OK. I actually really like this one. Saitama's... If you're drawing Saitama like this, I feel like he's kind of hard to mess up. This isn't actually too bad. This is pretty good. I like this. Even got the zipper, not bad. This is pretty... Honestly, this is one of my better ones. Like, even the cape looks pretty good. Dang. I mean, this part doesn't look too great, but, yeah. If it's simple enough, I guess it looks pretty solid. Then we have Sans. This is one of the first ones I made. I think I actually put this in one of my first videos. Sans is really hard for me to draw for some reason. Can never get the proportions down on the skull. Then we have Sonic. This is an abomination. I got got his proportions all messed up. It looks really, like, you can tell it's Sonic, but still. It looks really weird. His hands are really big. I don't like this one. We have Teddy from Earthbound Zero, or Mother, if you will. This is based off of the pose from, like, his character art from the first game. Then we have Yarn Yoshi. I don't remember why I drew this one either. I think it was suggested or something, but I'm a big fan. I don't even remember why I put the kill me please. I mean, it's pretty accurate because it looks disgusting, honestly, this Yarn Yoshi. Then we have, this one requires a lot of context as to why I drew this one, but there was a streamer I used to. This is definitely a product of its time, without a doubt. I'm not gonna really explain this one because, again, it's very contextual. If Karasu was here, he'd probably know what it's talking about, but all you need to know is it's BlazBlue related, it's BB Tag related. And yeah, that's all my characters. So, JoJo Stan. That, I've actually never drawn a JoJo Stan before. Is there any, like, is there any specific part that you think I should, like, draw a stand from? I think it's worth noting parts 1 and 2 do not have stands. 3 onward are the only parts that have stands, so you have a lot to choose from. I can draw a main character stand, I can draw a villain stand. I say I can as if I know what I'm doing, but you know, I'll try. I will attempt to draw a stand. Gosh. Hold on, stands. Here we go. JoJo stands. Here we go. There are 177 stands. The golden stand? There are quite a few golden stands. Unless you're referring to Golden Experience from part 5. Like, hold on. Come on. Gold Experience. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Is this the one you're referring to, Plaz? This is, oh gosh. This is Gold Experience from part 5. This could be the one. This is the golden stand I know of, unless you're referring to a different one. Oh my gosh, I don't like how that looks stretched out. That's really weird. Or is it, are you, the world is also gold, but, and then there's Gold Experience Requiem, which is white. Okay, Gold Experience, yeah, I could try Gold Experience. Why the heck not? I'm just gonna have to... Huh, let me make sure I find like a good picture to like make sure I can draw it somewhat well. I'm gonna have to make this a little bigger on my end. Okay, let's just open this. Okay. Gosh, this is really blurry. All right. Well, you all are just in time. You're just in time for The gold experience. So let's take a look here. Why don't we see... Oh man. Opening up the pencils. You can almost smell that. The new pencil smell. Go ahead and get a whiff. It's like heroin, I tell you. Alright. Welcome you all in. So, let's take a look here. I am gonna have to look back and forth just so I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'll just have this right here for reference. Just so you guys could tell what I'm drawing. So, I think I need to make this full screen. No. I won't do that. I wish it wasn't so blurry. Okay. So I think I'm gonna, gosh. So like, the problem I find with JoJo stands, especially with like, this is not a problem, it's just kind of a byproduct of Araki's like style, I guess. Even just manga in general. There's like just so much detail in such a small amount of space that most of the time, like everything's kind of so close together that, of course I could just be jawning because I've never drawn this before. But again, I'm just gonna do what I can. Are those ears? Gold Experience has ears? I didn't know. Wow, that's funny. It's very interesting. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? I'm just gonna start. Gonna have to put this right here. Actually, here. Let me do this so you guys can actually like see my camera. There we go. I need to flip this source. How do I do that? Transform. No, that's the wrong one. It's vertical. There we go. Now you guys can see it. Okay. Let me move this down a little bit. Okay. So, let's take a look here. I wish I had a light. I'm gonna get my phone real quick. So that way I can like actually see what I'm doing. My phone was in my pocket. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, that's not bad. I am not left-handed. I am actually right-handed. I don't know who told you I was left-handed. Or if I, like, the camera is showing me as left-handed. The camera is flipped, so that explains it. Here, let me do this. There we go. Now I'm right-handed. I think I'm gonna move this up. I'm gonna expand this just so I can actually, like, see it. This picture is not great. All right. All right. Well, enough wasting time. So I think the first thing I want to do, I'm doing the head, so I want to kind of do, start something like this. I really don't want to make the head too big, because that would make it bad. It is like really curved, the head. I think the head is going to be one of the easier parts. Okay. So, the hard part is going to be his helmet a little bit, just because, I don't know. I don't want to get in the way of the camera. It's going to be the... It's going to be the hard part. Because that is a jewel right there. So what have you guys been up to today? I'm gonna be honest, I have been doing very little. I have really just been at home doing nothing. I had the day off today, so I just kind of chilled. Did some laundry, which I still have to bring in. This is one of my favorite things about Rocky's art style, and really the Part 5 art style in general. It's like the human features, like the characters' features is very, very distinct. Job hunting. Very cool, very fun. Okay. So I think that is... Man, I should have gone from the helmet. I'm just gonna give him a toad head. That's probably gonna make it a bit easier, just to not have to worry about whether or not his proportions on the head are accurate. I'm trying to do that thing that artists do where they what's the word? They do very light strokes that they're easier to erase, I guess. Back when I was a little kid, I had these VeggieTales VHSs. me when I find job. Very epic. Oh man, I messed up. I wasn't even paying attention. Very fun. Okay. See, this is why we do it. So that if I mess up, it's real easy to fix. Oh, very cool. I mean, I guess Invincible isn't that long, but you know, I've heard nothing but good things about Invincible. Did you enjoy it, Weech? Okay. Oh man, I love you guys. Man. Yeah, I do appreciate you guys. You know, on a very on a different note, I do appreciate you guys being here. I realize I have been very much, what's the word? Kind of MIA for the past month or so, and oh, nice. Oh, you have after 500 years. Yeah, I realize I've been kind of MIA. I've just been, I don't know. I've just been trying to not think about internet stuff too recently. Just trying to get my mind on other things, but I always appreciate you guys' company. And I hope you all have been doing well regardless. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Alright, how does that look? And rest assured, I have not forgotten about you guys. You know. Okay, let's take a look here. These are bug eyes. Bug eyes right here. No, they're a lot closer together. Is that better? Meh. Yeah. Oh, real? That's cool. You went to... Were you both in Virginia, or their cat did not like my cat? That's funny. That's really funny. Like what are we talking in terms of like the same state? Or like, were you both in Alabama or were you both in Florida? What was the deal there? Huh. Yeah, it should definitely be bigger. Oh, state of depression. I see. I feel that. Ah, I see, I see. What the heck were you doing in Alabama, Karasu? These supposed to be tears? Oh, man. Oh, I forgot. I heard about that, Plaz. Damn, I didn't realize you still had mono. That really sucks. Am I in the camera at all? Okay. Oh. Okay. That's not gonna look good either way, so I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, so this is what we have so far. This is... Head Experience Requiem. It looks just like it, doesn't it? Gosh, that lighting is so bad. There we go. It's alright. It looks alright. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. I don't want to put my phone on. Alright. Not a bad start. Moving on. Okay, will the phone stay put? That is the question. Here, let me do this. There we go. Okay, I think, gosh. Okay. I need, like, the phone to stay up, so that I can, like, actually... This is what happens when you're not a professional artist. Or, like, a professional streamer, in that matter. But yeah, the past month or so, I've actually been playing a lot more games than I usually do. Like, I started playing, I played through, like, I remember last time we meet up, I was playing through Dead Space. I beat both Dead Space 1 and 2. I started 3, but I honestly got a little bit Dead Spaced out by the fact that I was playing all 3 back to back, so I took a break. I've been playing through the Lego Harry Potter collection on PS4, which, you know, you can say whatever you want about Harry Potter. I like it. It's a good game. Gosh, what else did I do? I have slowly, but surely been making progress on the Gosh, I can't talk. slowly, surely making progress on the freaking the Lego Marvel Superheroes Let's Play on the second channel. Episode 4 is coming out this week. It is so close to being done. I am so close. I could literally, like, if I didn't have work tomorrow, I could all night it and put it out tomorrow. But I can't. So it will be out whenever I don't have to think about work. I will have time to work on it. Pun intended. So yeah, for like the two of you that have been paying attention to my Lego Marvel Superheroes Let's Play, you're in luck because it's coming back, baby, after like 6 months. And then I may or may not, there may or may not be some main channel videos coming out, as in this channel. There may or may not be some main channel videos coming out next month, coming out in December. So, again, this is all feeling things. So if I am feeling myself, not in a weird way, there will be videos, like actual videos. For the first time, it'll be out when it's out, and we like that. It'll be out when it's out. But I would like to believe that I am in a somewhat video centric state of mind. Oh yeah, it's honestly, it's the most random thing. I'm not even gonna begin to understand why that happened. Okay. So I gotta draw the neck next. The neck is a little bit, oh gosh, this is what I hate about this lighting. Is you guys can't see anything. Okay. I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this tonight, unfortunately. But I'll do what I can. Oh, that's another thing I've been doing kinda sparingly. I've been playing through Wind Waker HD, although it's been a while since I have played that. I have not played that in a hot minute. I got to the... What part did I get to? I got to just after Tetra... Just after Tetra became... I guess she became Princess Zelda. And now you have to go to the temples in the north and the south in order to get the magic power back for the Master Sword. And I went to, I don't know if this this was intentional or not. I went to the North Temple. I didn't know how to get in, so I just didn't look it up, and I haven't played it. I stopped playing and I haven't played it since. I'm sure there's like a specific thing you're supposed to do. Like maybe I'm supposed to go to the south first, or maybe there's something I'm supposed to do, but I haven't bothered to look it up yet. So if I ever get back to it, I'll probably finish it. Because, you know, Zelda's a really easy game. So I imagine... Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna lose these... I'm gonna lose these earbuds if I'm not careful. Can't move forward. It just quit. Yeah, it's a Zelda game, so it happens. Gosh, this is such a long neck. Huh. Yeah, whatever. I can't move forward, just quit. I mean... I am a kid at heart, honestly. Okay. Let me take a look here. But yeah, honestly, I was enjoying my... Oh yeah, Xenogear. Yeah, Xenogear, it's one of those weird games where, like, I think they didn't technically finish it, at least the ending. I don't know how far you are in, so I don't really know how much that applies. I mean, they did finish it, they just didn't have the budget to finish it correctly. Yeah, that's a perfect substitute. Radiant cringe. Dude, I'm so glad I never gave Fire Emblem the time of day, like the older games. Like there's a reason I don't really bother with like long games nowadays, especially like RPGs. Those games are just so boring to me, honestly. Huh. I think that's really what it comes down to. Like, eventually I come to a point in most games where I just really want the game to be over. Like, even if I'm enjoying it, after a certain amount of time, I'm just, okay, can I just, you know, can we just, like, can this just be over now? Like, I kind of want to move on to other things. Like, I want to move on with my life. You know what I mean? Oh. These arms are going to be way too big. Like, contrary to popular belief, I actually have a very... Well, like, I like a lot of RPGs. It's just, it feels like most of the time they just don't really do a whole lot to hold my attention. Like, there's, like, most of the time I like it when, like, they do, like, unique things. Like, I started playing this game a while ago. It's called Sea of Stars, which you guys have probably heard of. Which is, it's like a... It's inspired by, like, Chrono Trigger and Mario and the Mario and Luigi games and other games like that. Where, like, they have, like, action commands and stuff. I think that stuff is really cool. I haven't really gotten that much into it because I didn't have a lot of time at the time, but... Like, stuff like that I always think is really cool because it's like different. It kind of like encourages you to be engaged in the battles and stuff and kind of like think. And while most of the time it does get a little bit easy, I always think that makes it... Shout out to the 4 hours you played. Okay, well, Nocturne was interesting enough that I feel like I like cared about what was going on, that I at least wanted to like keep playing for the time that I did. Like, don't get me wrong, Nocturne, like, I think the Shin Megami Tensei games actually have a lot of interesting games. This is CPR. No. Final Fantasy VII is one of those like weird cases where I actually like the combat enough to keep playing. Like, it's really simple, really, like, it's pretty fun to just mash A most of the time, and like the story was interesting enough that it kept me going. It's really weird what I consider like engaging in terms of RPGs. Most of the time that stuff, like, you know, like the Mario and Luigi games and the Chrono Trigger and stuff like that. 5 seconds of Matador. I mean, if I... Listen, 5 seconds is all you need, I suppose. Honestly, I'm a very simple man. Honestly, if I... But yeah. Heck, that's part of the reason I want to try that the Super Mario RPG remake, because there's a lot of that stuff in the game, which I think looks really interesting. All right. So. Yeah. Okay. And heck, even like, you know, the Persona games, like, I feel like a lot of what interested me about those games were the social aspects and just the fact that you could live an everyday life and kind of like make connections and stuff and kind of make your characters better that way. I thought that was very interesting, very unique. Although, to be fair, the combat in the game is not very interesting regardless, but that's not really, that's besides the point. You know, stuff like that. Where, like, I'm interested enough in what's going on, not necessarily from a gameplay perspective, to keep going. Literally, the only reason I kept going for Persona 4 as long as I did is because I cared enough about what was going on setting-wise and story-wise to want to keep playing. And also I had the time to. Thoughts on Flash games? I like them. They're pretty cool. I mean, I don't really play a lot of them now, for obvious reasons. But if I'm in the mood every once in a while, I'll check one out. Okay, so these are ladybugs right here on the, like the indents. I guess the nipples, if you will. The golden, the golden nip experience. Gonna get some of that. Get some of that golden milk experience. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Ow. Oh, my eyes hurt. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Ow. 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 Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh, man. Woo. Don't know what that was about. Oh man. Okay. Okay, I'm fine now. Okay. A flashpoint exists, but if you're not in the flashpoint. Tanks do that theoretically. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's take a look here. This stands power. So, Golden Experience specifically, we're not talking about Experience Requiem because that's a whole nother can of worms. But Golden Experience, it can change, it can create life, essentially. It can like turn inorganic things into organic things, like living things, basically. So for instance, and vice versa. So like it could turn in the manga or the anime, you can turn like bugs into various items. Like in the show, Giorno, he turns butterflies into into paper money. I forget exactly what I think they use euros in Italy. I don't recall exactly. Or I think he turns a frog into a tree or something to like escape from Koichi, character from part 4. He also uses he turns a gun into a banana and sneaks it into, I think his name is Pulpo. He sneaks it into his stand and kills him using that. Gosh, what else does he do? Various things like that. Additionally, to a certain degree, he can heal people. So in the show, there's a character, they turn nipples into something, probably. I don't know all the limitations or something, but that's essentially what it comes down to. And then he has like healing powers to some degree. It's not exactly like he can't like bring someone back to life, but if someone is like hurt, he can heal them to a basic degree. I forget exactly like how much to the extent of the powers he can do. But that's the basic gist of Golden Experience. Yeah. These pepperoni. Yeah, they just turned butterflies into pepperoni. Okay, let me like make this better. Oh, this is Undertale. This is literally what the song is called. It's called Undertale. Okay. Make this a little bit bigger. But yeah, so that's the gist of Gold Experience. And the good thing about that is that's one of the easiest powers to explain in like post part 5 JoJo. Honestly, the good thing about the early parts of JoJo is that most of the stand powers are pretty like yeah, they're ridiculous and stuff, but they're pretty well explained. Part 5 is kind of when they start getting really ridiculous. Like, there's one stand. Well, actually, most of them are like kind of tame. The only one that's like kind of dumb is King Crimson, the main villain stand. Well, one of. I guess it's the main villain stand of the series, but essentially, I can do that. King Crimson, he can erase time. Don't ask me how it works. He can like erase a moment in time. So say if it works in tandem with his secondary power, Epitaph. Epitaph can see the future. I think that's how that works. Or it's just King Crimson in general can just see like in time. He'll see a moment that is happening, and if he doesn't like it, he'll basically erase it from existence so that it never happens. The only person that like knows that happened is King Crimson. That's really the best way I can explain it. So essentially, yeah, again, the only person or stand that experienced a moment of time was King Crimson. Everybody else goes on it didn't happen at all. It's essentially erased. Now, the way that is counteracted at the end of the series is Gold Experience Requiem, which is what Gold Experience turns into when he's stabbed by the stand arrow, which is a big part of Part 5. Now, again, I've never seen Part 5 or read Part 5 really for that matter, so I know very little about how this actually works, but okay. Yeah, that's like the basic gist of it. I was kind of explaining like kind of the logistics stuff to it, but that's kind of essentially how his power works. Now, Gold Experience Requiem is basically the contrary to King Crimson, where he can make it so that something in reality doesn't happen. That's the basic gist of how Gold Experience Requiem's power works. So imagine King Crimson uses his power to erase a moment in time. Gold Experience Requiem can make it so that never happens. Well, I don't want to make it so you have to explain everything, Karasu. So yeah, basically, Gold Experience Requiem is God, essentially. If something happens and Gold Experience Requiem doesn't like it happening, you can just make it so it never happened. It's nothing is impossible is nothing. Again, that's very basic level of how it works. Karasi was asking about D4C earlier. D4C is actually pretty easy to explain. The way D4C works is D4C can use, I don't know if it's any specific object, but it's basically just in the manga, Funny Valentine, who's the president of the United States, and the stand wielder of D4C uses an American flag, and you basically can like stick yourself under an object, and D4C using that can transfer you to another dimension, or it's an alternate universe. It's one of those things. Essentially, it's basically a different dimension where everything is, I guess, basically the same. Like, you exist, everything else exists and stuff, and you can like transfer yourself between that, and you can also transfer other objects between those universes or dimensions. And there's a bunch of different nuances depending on like what you do. I don't know if you can necessarily transfer objects to and from the original dimensions. I'm guessing you can, but I know there's like specific like rules to it, and how it affects different things. So say D4C transfers you to another universe where you exist, and you run into that version in the alternate universe. Essentially, you basically die, like you cease to be. It's kind of like that scene in Through the Looking Glass, where the Queen of Hearts, she meets her past self, and that basically destroys time. It's not as it's not as what's the word, like extreme as that. It could be, I don't remember, it's been a while. Yeah. So, like I said, it gets really crazy. It gets insane. I've been reading up on some of the, like I said, stands are insane. A lot of that stuff is just really wild. I'm a big fan of JoJo. I'd highly recommend it. I know you said like you fell out of JoJo. Honestly, if part 1 and 2 didn't do it for you, honestly, I'd recommend, if you like long shows, you got some time to kill, I'd recommend it, or at least read the manga. The manga is great. Like, honestly, if you just read the manga, you'll have a great time. The art, Araki's art is classic. Honestly, there's a reason he's a beloved mangaka, because his art is really good. You know, I feel like most of the time the anime doesn't do it justice, in my opinion. Just like some of the stuff like puts into, like, some of that stuff is really good, honestly. And I read the manga for part 1 before I watched the anime, and it was pretty good. Some of it is a little goofy at times, honestly, the manga, like some of that paneling stuff, but I've always been a fan of manga stuff. Although it is very expensive, so you'll probably have to, if you're willing to go out of your way to find it via other means, you know what I mean, then you'll definitely have a good time. Yeah. Honestly, also even part 2, if you just watch part 2 is a lot better than part 1. It's not as much better, but definitely the characters are better. Joseph's a better Joestar, in my opinion. He's so much more enjoyable. Yeah, the good thing about parts 1 and 2, they're really short. It's only 26 episodes, so most of the time you can breeze through it if you're a binge watcher. Now, honestly, I feel like Joseph alone makes part 2 a lot more tolerable. Part 1 is pretty simple, but it was just getting started. I would never recommend. I'm never gonna be that guy to recommend part skipping, but if you decide to skip parts 1 and 2, I don't think it's that big of a deal. That's just me. The only thing that's really relevant beyond part 3 is, like, all of the parts are kind of disconnected. There's very, like, loose connections. But honestly, if you skip the first 2 parts, the only things you're kind of missing are, like, Dio, how Dio came to be, and Joseph, how Joseph came to be. That's really the only 2, like, relevant characters beyond part 2. Joseph and Dio. Immediately, that is. Yeah, Joseph is a classic. I definitely need to get to part 4 at some point. I would love to. And heck, if I can, I'll get to the other parts. Let's like anyway, speaking of JoJo, I need to finish this here stand. Here we go. Let's take a look here. There are a lot of ladybugs on. Gosh, what is this? What is this song? I will come for you if you skip parts. Yeah, listen, hey, listen, just because I said I didn't have a problem with part skippers doesn't mean we all don't have problems with part skippers. Again, parts 1 and 2, they're incredibly short, so you can knock them out in like a couple days if you're that guy. Let me draw this a little bit. No, I'll be alright. If I can give JoJo fans and most manga fans in general their their flowers, if you will, they're very passionate about their community. Gosh. Huh. Man. Gosh, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Gosh. This reminds me of something, I just don't know what. This reminds me of like a bug or beetle type. It's not this one. It's something very like specific, I swear. It definitely like looks like a beetle. I know it's like really. Oh yeah, funny breathing magic. I didn't even think about that. Dang. Man, if I ever finish this, I'm definitely gonna have to color it in if I have the opportunity. I could definitely make something of this. This isn't too bad so far. Gosh. You know, I realize there's always a stigma that like art is this untouchable hobby, but again, I feel like I need to reiterate that I have never I have never gone beyond like the very basics of like art. And honestly, I don't think this looks too bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nothing special, but it definitely could be a lot worse. Huh? Again, I don't know if I'll have enough like space to get everything in, but I'll try. I mean, the legs are really long. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about. Let me start like trying to get the torso. I think I might run out of room for the legs. That's always the one thing I'm like really bad at when it comes to figuring out bodies, is like proportions. Like honestly, if there's one thing I would like at least like to figure out in terms of like taking art or like learning art stuff, is just proportions. Like if I could like make like be well, honestly, drawing is just really fun. Like I'm having a good time doing this, honestly. Like figuring out the best way to kind of like portion everything out and figure out how this would go. It's pretty interesting. There's one thing I would really like to improve on. If there's nothing, like if I don't take anything away from like figuring out like art stuff, if I don't figure out like improve anything for the rest of my life art-wise, I at least want to figure out how to do proportions better. Because I feel like if I figure out how to do that, then I'm gonna be able to do a lot of bigger stuff just in general. Because like, as you can see, this is only the top torso, and it takes up like literally more than half the page. Which, like, again, it's not bad by any means, but still. Okay. Like, again, at the very least, even if this isn't good, it looks pretty funny. Like, this is very entertaining. Like, I think that I like the way this looks. It's like in terms of it, like I can get a good laugh out of it. Like, if I look back on this as a couple years, if I still have it, I'm like, man, this is so bad. It's really funny. But hey, I tried to make something of it. Oh, man. Dang, yeah, I really enjoyed that first one you did. That was a really good one. That was really funny. Honestly, I love bad art so much. It's so funny. Like, again, I'm not saying that like that to be, what's the word? To be antagonistic. Because again, as evidence, everyone starts somewhere. Like, I was looking back on my old frame this. I may do that. I was looking back at my like the old like the Rand Plays videos, because I was playlisting them on the Rantaro channel, and I was like looking back at like the first couple episodes of Lego DC Supervillains. I was like, man, I can't believe I edited like this. Like, even just how much a year can kind of improve. I've like improved my editing styles. It's very basic stuff, like cutting stuff out and stuff. But that stuff is important, or at least it's important to me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, there's no belly button? I didn't even think about that. There's no belly button for the freaking... Okay. Should I put a belly button? I'll do that. Oh, this is freaking Nuvema Town, right? The Shadow Colossus. Oh yeah, Icarus City. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely gotta play. I'm gonna start playing Ico soon, or The Last Guardian. Honestly, I'd probably just live stream those games. We should definitely do that. If I'm ever in the mood. I don't know. Really, the main reason I don't live stream that much, apart from the fact that most of the time I find I'm just like, really, I just like, the reason I don't live stream is because, you know, most of the time people don't really watch them. And I try to make this a community thing. And again, you do what you can. Okay. Yeah, I did realize. Also, the main problem with the main problem that I would have with streaming Ico is I would have to move my PS2 back into my room, which I really don't want to do. And yes, I could emulate it. I could do that, but that's also not something I feel like doing. I don't know. It'd be a lot easier to move my PS4 back into my room. Just because I do actually have to finish recording I have yet to record the final 2 episodes of LEGO Marvel Superheroes. So if I want to finish that series before the end of the year, I am gonna have to move my PS4 back into my room. So that's definitely gonna be the easiest course of action. Honestly, the main reason I moved most of my stuff. So I moved all my PS4, my GameCube, my Switch, PS4, PS2, GameCube, and Wii U into my living room so that I could just have them in there. Just so, like, they weren't taking up space. And I have a TV in there, so I could just very easily just... I just realized this is a number 2 pencil. That's nice. Okay. I'm probably gonna go another 10-20 minutes, just... trying to figure out the arms now. Do I want to make them big? No. This is really coming along. Do I want to make the diaper? The diaper next? Nah, I'll save the diaper. Honestly, I would stream again tomorrow, but I'm actually going out. Well, I'm not going out. I am going out to dinner with a friend and my sister tomorrow evening. So depending on how long that takes, I may just finish this tomorrow with another stream. Maybe. Or I could just finish it on my own time, because again, I have work tomorrow. We'll see, we'll see. I really don't want to stream a lot anymore, because it's really not that enjoyable long term. I have a lot of respect for people who can stream multiple days in a row. Like, you know, name any big YouTuber that also happens to be on Twitch. Oh. Like they'll, you know, they're just making it work, man. Okay. I think it is worth mentioning that the picture I am using is not the one you see on screen. I'm actually using a different one for reference because the proportions are better. But I can't show it on screen because I'm lazy. And I'm I don't know. Yeah, I'm lazy. Too lazy to change one source. Oh my gosh. 2 days in a row. I don't know. Like honestly, maybe I could do 2. That's hard. Probably 2 for me as well, Chief. Okay, let's take a look here. I have to do the wings. Gotta do the wings. The wings are gonna be pretty easy. Because I could just kind of do them pretty lazy. Man, they don't really have to look like wings. Oh, I turned my TV on by accident. Okay, hold on. I think I'm good. Oh man, that's way too big. Hold on. Okay, that's a little bit better. Huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was definitely not the most productive event in the world. You know? Like, yeah, you did shotgun some of the responsibility to enemy, and didn't Weezju do a stream for it as well? Or was it just you and enemy that did Virtual Smash Con? I actually don't remember. But regardless, that was it was a little bit ambitious. You know, I understand the what's the word? You know, the want to do something a little bit out there, because you know, it's not often you do a lot of big events. I thought it was pretty neat. It's just a shame that, you know, I don't really feel like it was necessarily the yeah. I would ask him, but I'm pretty sure he's off. He's off elsewhere. Hold on, let me look here. Darth Weezju. Here we go. No. Nah, there is nothing. Oh, where? Gosh, my stream is still behind. Okay, never mind, I'm fine. Yeah, it was just you and enemy. Yeah, I feel that. Honestly, I remember when Tingley did his week-long... Hold on, let me turn on my fan. Tingley did a week-long streaming event where it was literally just him, and it was like every day he was doing some stuff. And he even had like a sleep cam, kind of like what Ludwig did with his subathon. The only reason it only went for 6 days. The only reason it didn't go for a week is because I think he was hanging out with a friend the last day. But man, stuff like that was always crazy. Dude, even like the freaking subathon. Like I get Ludwig is like a really big streamer, but still, I couldn't imagine how draining that must be. Okay, here we are. Hold on, let me I don't know where that came from. That's a really old card. Yeah. Gosh, how long did Ludwig's subathon go for? I genuinely do not remember. It was a while. Hold on, let me look this up. Ludwig subathon. Ludwig subathon. It lasted from March 14th to April 13th. It was literally almost a month. Almost a month long his subathon was. That's what it says on the Wikipedia page. There's a Wikipedia page for some reason. That is insane. Wow, I genuinely cannot believe that. Like I get it, he's a big streamer, but even I don't think I could do that long. Myself. Jeez, just imagine. Okay, this... okay. Yeah. And you know, I used to think that there were a lot of streamers I would watch. Well, I used to watch every once in a while that would do like a 6-hour stream, a 12-hour stream, even a 24-hour stream. I used to watch YouTuber I used to watch this YouTuber Nathaniel Bandy, and back in the day he did a 24-hour stream himself. And I was like, man, that's pretty crazy. I couldn't imagine going for that long. And back then I was some dumb kid, so I thought that was the longest you could go, but no, my friend. How little I knew. Hold on, let me, there we go. All right. Well, this is, I don't watch him anymore. I understand where you're coming from, Plaz. Again, this was years ago, so... This is back when he still had his Let's Play channel. Back when, before he turned it into Nathaniel Nandy. For about like a year and a half, he had it was an LP channel. Where I keep going until I hit it. That's not a bad idea. It's a very interesting idea. How close are you? Let's take a look here. Plasmaster. Here we go. Plasmaster. 363 subscribers. So we got about $1.40 before you get there. Yeah. You probably do it pretty easily. Gosh, these arms are so flaccid. Well, it's an attempt to do muscles, I suppose. It just looks like a scar. Is it Tears of the Kingdom? It is. Yeah. Yeah, I never... Gosh. I feel like I would definitely like to go back and finish that game at some point, or at least like play more of it, because I kind of understand the game a bit more now that I have like... I saw your video on it, Plaz, and I thought it was very interesting. Just some of the stuff you did on I thought was pretty cool, honestly. Oh gosh, these arms aren't even like close to being the same length, or like the same width. As yeah, I will admit that game is pretty meh. Honestly, at best, I think it's just as good as Breath of the Wild. Honestly, Tears and Breath are pretty much the same rating for me, like a 7-8 out of 10. And honestly, it makes me sad because, like, I love a lot of what they did, like power-wise, just like the stuff that they added. But again, it's so much of the same. So much of the same stuff from Breath of the Wild that you're doing again, and it's just like why? Like, is this supposed to be like, this is supposed to be better now that we have different powers? Like, is this supposed to be fun now? Like, yeah, there's a bunch of like new world stuff and like the world is different, but still, it's just breathing and crying. Like, still, like I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, I really I've talked about this before. I really think Tears of the Kingdom would have been a lot better if it was just Skyworld and the Underworld. I think that would have been so much better, honestly. Because I feel like a lot of the new mechanics just made like that stuff a lot more interesting. And that, honestly, I feel like that's the weakest part of the game. Just those two new areas, like the Sky regions and Underworld. They're just not very interesting, honestly. Like, yeah, the Skyworld's pretty cool, but like, the Underworld, like, why would I even want to go there most of the time? Like, it's really annoying to traverse, like, unless you just use the like cheese stuff. But I don't know. Like, again, it felt very monotonous. Like, I shouldn't have to, I shouldn't have to cheese a game to make it interesting. That's just my philosophy. Like, if I have to use jank to make a game fun, that's not really making a game fun. Oh shoot, this is my jam right here. Dang, turn it up. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's do this. But yeah, dude, I remember a while back. Okay. Well. Okay, this is not a bad start. Yeah. And then also the story of Breath or Tears. Like, I feel like I realize it's a very nuanced kind of discussion on on whether or not this is like relevant, but I'm definitely in the camp that I feel like the fact that like the whole travel back in time thing definitely made a lot of the stuff that happened in Breath kind of redundant, I feel. Like, I feel like the fact that, like, Zelda just went back in time, like, almost kind of made it a bit... Like, you know, there's definitely a lot of plot holes that come with that. Like, unless... Like, I realize it's only a very specific, like, thing, but still, it's like... was there only really so much you could do? Like, could you really just... I don't know, was Ganondorf really that powerful? That even with, like, knowing exactly what was going to happen in the past, like, you couldn't do anything to prevent anything from changing? Like, really? I realize time travel is very nuanced, but still, it's like... This is Zelda we're talking about. Like, anything could happen. Like, you can turn into a freaking dragon. You have magic powerful enough to turn into a dragon. You couldn't do anything. Yeah, like, seriously, like, what the heck were they thinking? Like, I'm sure they were just like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, it's like we already made. And like, what's even more funny is this is the second time. This is the second time in the series that a game connected to Breath of the Wild has used time travel as a story element in its game. And yes, I know Age of Calamity is an alternate universe thing, but it still counts. Like, I realize it's like parallel universe and stuff, and you know, it's completely different, but still, it's like, is time travel all we have? Like, seriously? Like, I feel like there's a lot more you could have done with the ancients than just sending them back in time. Like, how come... Oh my gosh. Hello there, Ari Boy Plays. I appreciate your suggestion, but unfortunately I will be winding down for the night in just a bit. But if I ever do another one of these, I will definitely have to take that in consideration. And thank you for tuning in. Anyway, I think that is a good stopping point for tonight. Yeah, this was fun. I will definitely have to finish this. I probably will have time either tomorrow or Thursday to come back and finish this, or I'll just do it on my own time. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. It is always appreciated. Please stay tuned for more stuff that may or may not be coming. And yeah, hope you have a good one.